Thank you very much, Roberto. You forgot to say that I used to be a professor in quantitative methods in archaeology and in land surveying. So that was, taking part at this conference is actually a reminder for my professional past. It's indeed a pleasure to be here with you, but Mariana, you put me in an uncomfortable position to speak after such distinguished professors who gave excellent presentations on big data. So I have prepared a speech on big data, but I might find myself, if I quote Professor Bethlehem, to speak about big data, and you will find my presentation, boring and in a way without any much aspiration. Maybe if I make a link to what has been said previously, maybe like, and I'm speaking as an old person, like a sex of the old persons. So I think in that respect, what I'll try to do, I'll try to be very brief on our perspective, and then I'll try to focus actually what we are doing on the policy level, what we've been doing in the last couple of years. I think what came out from the presentations of Professor Bethlehem and Professor Hand, it's very clear that there is quite a lot of potential for big data. And this has been recognized in the Scheveningen Memorandum on Big Data in September 2013. However, I think it's very important also that we have to take quite specific care about how we are applying it. And I think if those safeguards are used, it's clear that there is huge potential to support the national statistics or the European statistics. Cases, for example, I think in developing countries where maybe official statistics might be poor, big data could be a good opportunity and could play a very important role. Also, I think where there is a lot of opportunities when we look at the cross-cutting or cross-correlational official data sources with big data, may also be very useful to identify maybe some systematic errors and to fine-tune statistical models. I think this might be especially interesting in fast-developing and very dynamic fields, such as, for example, analysis of internet usage behavior, where assessments based on real usage data may be much, much faster, cheaper, and also much more efficient than systematic assessment based on conventional data collection methods. Of course, one might claim that big data from many prominent sources like the social web is often very noisy and very unstructured, especially being compared to the official statistics. However, we can see a number of opportunities where this could be applied, of course, if proper safeguards are used. Just to give you a couple of examples, for example, where big data sources could be compared to collected data traditionally from official statistics, for example, in timeliness, which enables supports and real-time decisions making in real-time actions. So we in European Commission, we have identified big data as a very important area of development. And in the past, we started already with providing specific support, especially for developing new modeling methods, which would use the big data in complex system modeling. And we had a number of workshops where we actually worked very closely with, for example, financial markets in order to model using complex system models the specific trends in these markets. We have also very clearly identified one of the issues which has been highlighted by Professor Hand, specific needs on big data skills. Of course, this has been recognized also in a number of strategic documents. However, it's clear that in the Scheveningen Memorandum, for example, and this is exactly why we have decided to engage with specific actions which are aiming at providing a proper means to develop big data skills. For example, we started what we call European Data Science Academy, which is coordinated by the Open University. And the objective of this project is actually to develop a curricula with the objective to develop, to provide a proper support for addressing this, the skills gap. The second very important actions which we started is linked with Horizon 2020. As you know, in Horizon 2020, we are funding a number of opportunities to do different kind of activities, and in one of them, most notably call number 16, which is published recently, and which is opened until the 17th, I think 17th of April this year, we are addressing specifically big data issues. We are actually calling for projects with the objective to develop new data structures, new data algorithms, methodologies, software architectures, optimization methodologies, and also we are linking these kind of research projects with language understanding technologies. So the call is open. There is quite a lot of money being made available in this call, and I would like to invite you all to maybe look at the at the portal for Horizon 2020 and see if you are interested to participate in that. One very important other dimension which I would like to highlight is that on the policy level, in September 2013, we had a Digital European Council where actually heads of governments and states met and discussed about the challenges which European Union is facing in context of the digital. And they have actually invited European Commission to bring forward a specific action towards addressing the issues of the big data. This is exactly why in July 2014, European Commission has prepared a communication titled Towards a Thriving Data-Driven Economy. And this is actually our major policy document, which is actually indicating what do we want to do in next few years. As an outcome of that communication, we have created a public-private partnership on big data value chain. It has been created in October last year, and it's actually trying to address a number of issues, essentially with the objective to support European economy and competitiveness of European economy in the domain of the big data. So what are we trying to do in this public-private partnership? We are bringing together different stakeholders. For the time being, we have 24 full members and about 40 additional companies. And the membership, of course, includes large industrial players, SMEs, as well as, of course, research and academia. And the objective is actually to cover the whole spectrum of the data value chain, meaning from the data production, analysis, and creation of the added value. I want to insist that this partnership is open, and I would like to invite new participants to join. If you want to look a bit in more details on that, please look at the website, bigdatavalue.eu, and once again, you're invited to join. There are just two additional things which I would like to mention in context of the big data. First one is on the, they're all related to the policy dimension. First one is public sector information. As you know, in public sector information directive, we have through specific regulatory approach, we try to engage with member states with the objective to make all public sector readily available for reuse. So we have regulated this area, and I think we are on good track to facilitate opportunities for big data also coming from the public sector. One very important other domain which I would like to flag to you is our activities which we have in context of the what we call Science 2.0. As you know, in Horizon 2020, open access to the publication is already a must. Now we are starting with the pilot to have open data as well as a pilot in Horizon 2020. What does it mean? It means that we have identified a number of areas in Horizon 2020 in which we encourage participants to make their data publicly available in appropriate data repositories. We just started with that. As I said, it's in the context of the Science 2.0 policy, and of course, we will be successful only if we engage with all the member states in order that also the national funding agencies will apply a similar approach. Now, to conclude, maybe just indications, what are we going to do in due time in respect of big data and opportunities on the level of the European Commission. As you know, as of 1st of November this year, we have a new Commission in place, and European Commission has adopted at the end of last year a work program for 2015, and one of very important elements in that work program is the digital single market communication, which is due to be adopted in May this year, 6th of May this year. Now you're wondering, why is this important for us? Digital single market communication is actually meant to be something like a successor of a digital agenda for Europe. Therefore, there will be a lot of elements which will be relevant for you. But at the same time, what we are aiming at is looking at specific challenges which are in digital single market, also looking from the data value chain perspective. What do I mean by that? For example, we look at a number of obstacles for real flourishing of the digital single market, and we have learned from different stakeholders that some of them also exist in specific domains, and that we need to address them. Only 2 weeks ago, we had a major forum, Digital for EU Stakeholders Forum, where we actually talked with different stakeholders. It's still an open consultation, so if you have specific views from your own perspective, please free and provide us some input from your side as well. But what we have learned is that the data community is saying that existing copyright provisions are not very data mining friendly. So what does it mean? It means that the current copyright rules, which are here in the European Union, prevent us from really flourishing the data economy. So I think with this objective, we are looking in depth of what needs to be addressed in order to have new copyright rules more open for data mining, for the text mining. And with this objective, I think we will try to address these issues also in the forthcoming communication, which, as I said, is due to be adopted on 6th of May. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think for us, main messages from these concluding statements from my side is, please bear in mind the wealth of opportunity regarding funding, research and innovation in the domain of the big data from Horizon 2020. Call number 16, published recently and opened for another 1 month. Second thing is, there is also a specific policy opportunity. If you have some specific views on how we should, in which direction we should treat and work respecting the copyright rules, please feel free to send us your views. And last but not least, I think with eStat we have excellent partnership. We are working on a number of domains, and I think with this commitment for working in future very closely, Mariana, with your services, I'd like to thank you for your attention and all the best. Thank you.